Now, I'll be briefly discussing my experience in MED program, University of the People. And this discussion are in two ways. The good aspect that I enjoy and the challenging aspect. And the challenging aspect pave a way for my improvement. The good aspect is the flexibility of why I'm running the course, I'm working, I'm also attending to my family. It gives me that opportunity that I can be able to grow even with these three conditions within the time frame given to each assignment. And also again, they give you opportunity to bring in your experience and the experience from your reading and the experience from outside external works. It is combo. That is the most important thing I like here. Also again, the instructors are ready to make you successful. Any day, any time, they can reply you within the 24 hours. Also, the challenging aspect of my MED program was what I experienced in the university is that you have to follow feedback from instructor, feedback from student. If you don't follow these feedbacks and adjust yourself, you'll be having trouble. Also, at the beginning of the week, every instructor will send his guidelines that you need to follow. The instructors come from different global world, different countries, with different experiences, and definitely they must have their own rules. Don't use instructor A rules and apply to instructor B rules. You have issues because what the first instructor seeing, adjusting your learning will be different from what the other one will see. So move according to their guidelines, and you will not have any issues. Follow the rubric, follow the assignment prompt, and also adjust to feedback from peers and also from instructors. So now I'll be moving down to what I will be presenting in the portfolio presentation is that a description of my portfolio and its organization, analysis of the interconnectedness among categories, explanation of how the portfolio reflects my teaching philosophy, analysis of how the artifact capture a sense of me as a teacher and my understanding of teaching and the instructional process, discussion of the challenges I experienced while creating the portfolio and how I overcome them, and also finally description of how I imagine using portfolio in my work as a teacher. Now, the first in the item was the description of my portfolio and its organization. It comprises of what I have learned in my MED program and the progress I have made in my education career as a teacher. The portfolio is divided into three: the research, the practice, and the reflection portfolios, which consists of my experiences, research project, and my thoughtful ideas from all the following courses below that you can see from 1 to 13. So now, the practice portfolio presents my practical experience and teaching methods developed in the course such as Edu 54, 5240, 5711, 5810, 5280, 5280, 5282, etc., etc. So these include artifacts such as learning guides, classroom activities, which comprise of discussion, written project, and portfolio assignment question prompts, and reading assignment links showing how I use new and globally focused lessons in my teaching. Down the research portfolio aspect now, the research portfolio showcases my research activity and results from courses such as Edu 54, 70, 5910, etc., etc. It includes written discussion and group project assignment solutions, reference link, and rubric used in each of the assignments. It highlights my ability to critically analyze research literature and apply results to a real-world situation. And finally, the reflection portfolio under the description of my portfolio and its organization. The reflection portfolio shows how much I've learned and grown, drawing insight from courses such as Edu 5010, 5210, 5220, 5710, etc. It contains artifacts like portfolio activity, assignment solutions, reference links, and rubric use. It discusses about how much teaching, how my teaching ideas changed, the difficulties I went through, the lessons I learned, and what I want to achieve in the future as a teacher. Also, my experiences also are fully 90% in my reflection portfolios, and what I've learned so far in outside sources and the inside sources in the classroom. So now I'll be moving down to my Evernote portfolio to showcase my real portfolio. I created a notebook under a stack research and practice portfolio. There are 13 here. Under the 13 notes, I created 3 additional notes, which I name it notebook, which I name it practice portfolio 73, research portfolio 85, reflection portfolio 59. They are done in the same format. So by clicking on the practice portfolio, so that to show you the format of all, I'll increase it, which as earlier aforementioned, the practice portfolio, look at how I labeled the Edu 54 from 70 with course title, unit, date, instructor name, which under the learning guide are there, the reading assignment links are there, the assignment, the discussion assignment, the written assignment, the portfolio assignment, all the questions are under the practice portfolio. This is how I organize them, and this is how they are. There are 73 notebooks notes inside practice portfolio notebooks. So now when I move back also again, I'll move back to my other research portfolio that you see, which is research portfolio. They are done in the same format. I do everything in the same format. I told you each of the research portfolio has a rubric. If we move, there are rubric there. It moves. It goes the same way. Research portfolio, all are labeled the same way. When I move that also again to test run my reflection portfolio, they are all in the same format and labeled properly so that there will not be confusions. My practice portfolio is portfolio activities. This is how I move it. This is what I will. In each, the links are there and the rubric are there. So now I'll move back to my research now, reflection portfolio, which is, I'll go back to my where I stop, which is a reflection portfolio. Next thing is analysis of the interconnectedness among the categories. The different parts of my portfolios are connected, showing how theory and practice work together and how research and teaching support each other. For instance, my way of teaching is based on modern ideas and global education. This influences the work I show in my portfolio. In the same way, the research projects in the research portfolio help me improve how I teach. This can be seen in the reflection portfolio, where I share my thoughts and learn from the research. Now, the explanation of how the portfolio reflects my teaching philosophy. My teaching philosophy combines the idea of different philosophy so that to be able to balance the class. It focuses on combining traditional learning that follows established educational teachings, such as direct instruction, which is my primary way of teaching in my schools. But the experience that I gathered from this MED program enabled me to incorporate student learning, global awareness, using new ways of teaching and technology to get students ready for the future. Also, my teaching philosophy emphasizes the importance of a deep understanding of content areas, global dimension, and the use of technology to enhance learning experience. From my subject, specialization subject, I'm that person that like to incorporate technology in the classroom, either inside or outside. The artifacts in my portfolio show that I am committed to using new teaching methods, considering the world as a whole and using technology. For example, using smart screen, recorded videos, use of internet. While I'm working, I will switch to internet to make clarification of what I'm teaching, and visual programs helps me prepare students for the future by teaching them how they can be able to work for themselves, understanding the world, and communicate with people from different culture. Also, analysis of how the artifact capture a sense of me as a teacher and my understanding of teaching and the instructional process. The artifact I have in my portfolio show who I am as a teacher. They show that I really care about making sure students are at the center of their learning. I also believe in including students from all different backgrounds. In my areas, we have people come from different geographical backgrounds. In terms of ethnicity, the Igbo, the Yoruba, the Hausas, they are different. I incorporate them. I include them in terms of when I'm giving a group assignment, I put them into each other. So that everybody will bring his own experience. As I always want to keep learning more about teaching, I use different ways of teaching, think about how I teach, and do research to show that I understand how to teach, and I am always I'm always trying to make sure students learn better by joining them together from different ethnicity. So now, what I have here is a discussion of the challenges. I explain why creating the portfolio and how I overcome them. Creating a portfolio poses a number of challenges, including selecting the right artifact, identifying strengths and areas for improvement, determining the number of artifacts to include, and using recorded software not familiar with to overcome these problems. Managing time and space effectively is critical to the portfolio development process, and having a clear plan and roadmaps to organize and manage time and space will make the journey much easier. So I work with my timeline. Working with my timelines make it easy for me to be working with each of my activities. So now I look back on what I did, thought about how I did it, and asked for advice from peers and instructors. I use my existing knowledge of familiar recording software and prioritize selecting high quality artifacts that best represent my teaching philosophies and practices. So now, description how I imagine using the portfolio in my work as a teacher. Now, as a teacher, I intend using portfolio as a dynamic tool for improving my present and future teachers. I will use it to keep track of what I have done and learn, and to show others what I am good at. Also, share ideas from teachers I work with. I want to keep improving my portfolios to encourage new ideas and high quality work to serve as a point of reference to other educators. They will come there and keep improving their capacity with my portfolios. So now, the conclusion now. Conclusively, this presentation provides a comprehensive overview of my portfolio, representing the final stage of my journey through the MED program and my development as an educator. Through portfolios of practice, research, and reflection, I have demonstrated my commitment to student-centered learning, global awareness, and technology integration in the teaching. The artifact on display reflects my dedication to continuous improvement, inclusivity, and the use of innovative teaching methods. Despite the challenges I encountered during portfolio development, I saw them as an opportunity to grow and learn. Moving forward, I plan to leverage my portfolio as a dynamic tool for continued professional development, collaboration with colleagues, and enhanced educational activities. As I continue my journey as an educator, I am excited to apply the knowledge gained from this category to further improve student learning and make a positive contribution to the education field. Thank you for your interest and support throughout this presentation. Now, finally, this is a reference that I included in my presentations. They were very helpful in showcasing my